Cancer, hey, how are you? It's Lisa, and I'm here to do the general reading for 2022 in December. I can't believe it's December already. All right. Let's see. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for popping in. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back and see me again. And for those of you who've been here before, I really do appreciate the support. It means a lot. Okay, Cancer, what can we find out for December 2022? What does Cancer need to know about December 2022? As a general reading, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. Okay, got the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, the Four of Swords, Temperance, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Lovers, and the Moon. Wow. It's going to be a lot of life changes. Got a lot of high arcanas here. All right. We'll look into this. Okay, let me take a look at this, and then I'll clarify with another deck. Can you guys see them? All right. All right, looks like in December, you're defending something. Something, I don't know, it could be a job, could be an opinion, it could be something that you feel like you need to back yourself up about. You know, you're standing up for yourself. But the whole theme of the month is kind of like get it done. Like I feel like you want to push whatever's going on here, whatever, like maybe this resonates, like whatever this means to you, where you're defending. I feel like you just really want to get it done. Maybe it's just been a long process. I kind of remember this coming up for you sometime, maybe a month ago or so. Just feeling like you needed to get a situation done. You wanted, you wanted to end a chapter and start a new one maybe. I do have this Hierophant. This is coming up as a goal for you. And until we clarify, I really won't know, but right now, I mean, he could represent marriage, he could represent spirituality. Maybe you're thinking about going to church more, or at all. It's institutions. Maybe even thinking about going to school, or being in school somewhere. Right. And then we have this Four of Swords. I don't know if you might have been sick for a little bit, because I feel like you're trying to get over this the time where maybe you had to sleep for a while, maybe you were sick, you were in bed, and I feel like you're trying to get over that. And then we got Temperance. All right. This is finding the perfect balance, doing everything in moderation, not pushing too far to one way or the other, just balance. And I feel like that's an accomplishment for you. Like maybe, some people are, if you have certain things that you like kind of go gung-ho about. And, maybe you just needed to find just like peaceful, whatever it was, instead of going one way or the other. All right. So now we've got this Two of Wands. I feel like this is, you want to make plans about something. Something's going on and you actually just want to plan. And, you're trying to decide how this is going to happen, how that's going to happen. But right now, I don't feel like that's the best time to do that planning. And not exactly sure why. Maybe we'll find out. But it's almost like saying, don't count your chickens before your eggs hatched. Don't. You know what you want. Don't put too much into it right now because apparently there might be something later coming and you want to put a lot of effort into that. So, don't like start thinking of plans and, what you're going to do and how you're going to do it and what, what's going to be going on. Because you just might need to wait a little while before you start, doing anything. I got this Ten of Swords. This to me is an ending. So whatever situation that you're in, it could be beginning from this, where you're defending yourself or your opinions and stuff. I feel like it's over. Whatever this was, I feel like it's over. You're not going to need to keep worrying about it anymore. And that's the way it lays out. I'm kind of thinking maybe that's why the planning's not such a good idea. Because wait until it was over, and then maybe the planning comes out better next time or later. Now you got the Lovers. This is possibly a new relationship. Somebody that you feel very, very close to. I can't tell just yet, because it also could be a choice. So after we clarify, maybe we'll find out. But whatever the situation is, it feels like this is where you're going to find support. This is where, you're going to be able to, go to somebody and, be able to lean on them. And actually, maybe if it's a choice, that's probably the same kind of thing. It might be a choice that you're able to, like support. Well, almost like you can make the choice that you need to feel good about it, and that's where you get your support from. But we'll see. Because if it is a choice, it's a choice that has consequences. Well, we got the Moon. And this is almost like you don't really know what goes on. Like, you can't see everything. You'd like to, but you can't. And I feel like you're like, you might even have some anxiety, negative thoughts going around your head because of something. It could be because of this choice that you possibly might be making, or it could be because of this person. We'll have to figure out what it is. All right, let's see what we can find out. Oh, I gotta get a new table. It's rubbery. Yeah. Okay. Jeez, mess everything up. All right. What can we tell Cancer about the Seven of Wands? What can we tell Cancer about the Seven of Wands? All right, got the Hangman, the Five of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Wow. That's actually funny because you have apparently whatever situation that this was in, and what you're actually trying to hope to, push through and get it done. I feel like there was probably a lot of drama and chaos around the situation. Maybe people just, I don't know, I keep seeing a boardroom or like some kind of office room with there's, several people in it. And people are overshooting each other. They're not like really listening to anybody. They just keep talking, because they want to be heard, but they're not really listening. And I do feel like you have this feeling of you want to win. You want to win, whatever the situation is, and winning here is another thing that's going to cause consequences. So, but you're almost like feeling like you don't care. You don't care. Consequences be damned. You're not even worried about that. So I don't know. I guess it's not going to come back on you. Because then you got this Hangman dude. And I feel like you're just kind of like almost waiting. just like sitting, taking a pause, and letting all this hoopla go on around you. And not that you're not involved with it, but maybe you're just waiting to see if it plays out. So what is this Ace of Wands? Oh, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Got the Page of Swords. The Ace of Cups. And the Seven of Pentacles. Well, I feel like you have the idea you want it to go fast. Like whatever you're looking for to happen, whatever has to end, you want it to end now. And so you have this feeling of, you know, that you're going to feel really different once it is over. Like there's going to be new things to discover, new things to get, you know, be able to do. Maybe you have a whole new idea of relationship, love. Something's going to come in that way. And just like maybe, I think maybe you figure if I keep working at whatever it is you're working at, it's going to help, it's going to grow. No, that feels very, doesn't feel like, it feels more like in the lines of a relationship. So I don't know what it is over here that needed to end, that you wanted it to end. But something here, this doesn't feel like, you know, job or business. And it could be. Take it as it resonates. But it just feels like very relationship-y. So what about this Hierophant? What can you tell Cancer? Hierophant. Got the Eight of Cups. The Death card. And the Star. Well, you know what? You're walking away from something. So I'm wondering what this Hierophant was meant, you know, what it was to you. And again, it could have been, you know, it could have been anything spiritual, could have been anything like institutional type thing, schools or whatever. But you're walking away from something that you put a lot of time in, a lot of effort, and just wasn't working for you anymore. And you have a whole mindset change. Like for something to be able to grow, well, you know, you can't, if something doesn't die off, you're not going to be able to build anything else. And I really feel like you are looking to build something. And, you know, you feel rejuvenated. You feel like, you know, you have hope and you're saying, oh, this is good. Whatever it is, this is good. So what about the Four of Swords? What about the Four of Swords? Strength. Three of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. All right, Cancer, I feel like it's probably your energy. And, you know, maybe there was heartbreak somewhere. Something was ending. You weren't sure how to take it. You didn't, of course, I mean, nobody wants to end something that was like a long time. And all the changes that come around with it. But I feel like you know, you're like, you have the strength of will and you're strong enough in your mind to be able to push past it. And maybe that's why you were, you know, maybe if you were getting a little depressed or just deciding that you didn't want to really do too much of anything. All right, got the Fool. The Empress, and the High Priest. Jeez. There's so many changes for you coming up. These are big. Because I feel like when this is over, whatever this is, there's going to be new beginnings for you. You're going to be able to grow with whatever it is. If it's another relationship, if it has something to do with your family. But I feel like you're just going to keep growing something. Like you want to nurture something. So I'm not sure if this is like a relationship you want to nurture. And I don't think it's a relationship. Like I don't think it's this one. I don't think you don't want to nurture this one back to health. I think it's you want to maybe you just want to nurture one. Well, you know, you want something to grow. And you might use a lot of intuition just to be able to say, like, when the good time is. Yeah, because maybe just, maybe you're just like waiting and seeing who, how, and when. Like, you're not sure, but you want it. You want to do it. You're just not sure when or where or how. All right, we got the Page of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hermit. Well, it looks like, yeah, definitely your cycles are ending. As the Wheel of Fortune's here and the Ten of Swords is over here. And I feel like, something's ending. And, you get off, you're riding on that wheel. And going within, thinking about, like when you wanted to do this planning and things, and it was just like, maybe not the best time. I feel like you're going to go within, you're going to find out, what kind of plans you want to make, how things are going to work out for you. And you got this Page of Cups, and I'm feeling like maybe you're looking into a new relationship. It could be a friendship, too. I mean, it could just be somebody, you might just, maybe you met somebody and you're like, oh, new friend. But it could be romantic. Let's see what this Ten of Swords is. Five of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Seven of Cups. I feel like when it ends, or whatever it is that you're going through, when that comes to an end, you're going to have times where you're like, you feel like you're at a loss for something. You might have lost out on something, whether it be money or just anything in general. Like, you just feel like you're at a loss. But I know you have options. You have choices that you can make that can make it work for you better. And with those two, you have to make choices at some point. And, and just try to get yourself out of the lack feeling. 'Cause it's probably only temporary. The Lovers, what you got for the Lovers? Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. The Six of Cups. All right, well, it seems like, again, with this defending, so there might be something that again, you're defending something. You're just sticking up for yourself. For whatever else is going on, I don't know what this relationship is. I don't know how this is working. But you want things moving fast. You still want things to move fast. And I don't know if it's around your family or if it's around, people that you grew up with or the way you grew up when you were younger. And it feels like that might be something around, just around family. But you still want to blow through it. I don't feel like you're sitting on it for very long. It's because maybe, I don't know, maybe there's something, you said, they said, and you felt like you had to defend yourself. Got the Moon, the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Well, so I'm wondering if you weren't having a relationship building, but it feels like you're moving away from something. So I don't know if this was something in your mind that you decided, never mind, I'm not going to do that right now. But I feel like something ended too. But not so much as an end to the, well, it probably wasn't an end to the situation, but there might have been some pain in this. This was like, where, endings are never easy. Sometimes they're a little harder than we'd like them to be. But this one feels like there might have been some, not nice stuff. And you could say backstabbing or... But you're moving away from it. So when it does happen, you're not going to let yourself get hurt again. So maybe that's why you were defending. So it might have been something in your mind, maybe like I said, around family or old friends, something like that, because you were going to go through a little situation where you don't feel like you belong or you feel left out. But these cups keep coming and they're like, it's growing. So I don't know if there was a relationship, there was got to be a relationship, and maybe it didn't get very far. And with the moon energy, it was like, maybe it was just a lot of unknowns. And maybe you didn't feel comfortable. So even though, you know, if that's what you wanted, it might not be something that you decided to be around because, you know, you were protecting your heart. Let's see. I mean, if you're looking for a new relationship, it'll happen for you when you're ready. Oops. The answers you need are coming, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. Now that I saw. You definitely have an end of a cycle. And it was probably tough. Or it was long. I felt long. You would know. I wouldn't know. But something's going on. And the end of it is coming. Stop. Energy. Okay, you have stop and energy. And actually, stop is just like take a breath. Take a breath. And actually, I was thinking about with temperance. Just stop. Take a breath. I don't know if you got a little crazy here and there because, whatever was going on here, you probably did get drawn into it somehow. So take a breath and then just put your energy somewhere else. Okay. All right, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment if it resonates, and I will be talking to you guys in a couple weeks, all right? Bye.